Hello and welcome to another video from betfairtradingcommunity.com. This is kind of the third in a series of videos I'm doing on the horse racing software, kind of looking in depth at how you build a strategy in the strategy builder, kind of giving you some tips and hints of how to do that, and also giving you a mini tutorial. I thought I'd start the video because I've just clicked run strategy. It might take a while because we've got a lot of data to look at. The other thing why it might take a while is because I'm recording a video, so if you do find actually when you run the results it's taking a while, if you've got other apps and things open, just close them for the time being, and obviously that will speed that up. Okay, so results have come through. Yeah, not profitable strategy, that's for sure. 180 grand down. Wow. Well, we did put up £50 stakes. And what's interesting here is that this is the section where you're then going to look at the next part of your strategy. Now, to be honest, with this strategy, you might just think, well, why am I backing to lay? Maybe I should lay to back. Or you could just look at straight lays here, which could be an interesting one actually. I'm probably going to go back and have a look at this as a straight lay in a minute, because the ROI is -3%, which is quite high. And expected value is -1.29. Now, again, when you get this initial set of results, what you're really wanting to go down to is have a little look down at the bottom of the chart and have a look at the breakdown. Okay, so you can see the month breakdown, but what we really wanted to see was race type and entry time. Do you remember we did that in the earlier videos? And there's quite a few things you could look at, obviously number of runners, etc, etc, entry price. If we run race type here, you can see the differences, and actually you can see that all weather and turf are where the money has been made. I'll scroll up a bit so you can see that better. Hurdle and National Hunt have actually been profitable. So again, you could look at this strategy and go, right, well, I'll just do Hurdle and NHF, and then that's it, right? Which should be cool. And again, that's something that's interesting to look at. Let's have a little look at entry price. This might be a mess because it's down. Yeah, okay, so again, but you might get a situation here like where you get a situation where you're looking at, say, 7 to 9 and it's doing well. You go, okay, well, I'll keep the odds between 7 and 9. But I want to focus on race type actually, because that's the one that's given the most interesting results. And we look at Hurdle and NHF. So we can see that these are profitable. Hurdle and NHF are profitable, but nothing else is. Okay, all weather, turf and chase really down. Okay, what you then want to do, and this is how you use the results, let's go back to the betting rules, horse selection rules, and very simply we're just going to select race type. Okay, and we're going to add that rule. Okay, click add rule, and the rule's there. Then remember, we pick, if you watch the earlier ones, we pick value when we just want to look at the certain type of races. And we're going to pick, it was Hurdle NHF, wasn't it? Again, if you forget what it is, just scroll back down and have a look. The other good thing to do is just make a note with paper. What I do is I make a note with pen and paper of what is working, what's not. Okay, so now we've got another rule in our strategy. And this strategy actually is so simple, but I like how simple it is. So we'll click next, and then we're going to run the strategy one more time, and this will show us the results and we'll be able to have a look. And what I'm going to look at now is the entry price, and see kind of where the price range works out. Okay, so unsurprisingly the strategy is now in profit. We know that because we've seen the results and saw how it worked. Okay, now as we scroll down, we can see that it's been quite a journey when you actually look at this snake chart here. But actually, from 2023, kind of mid-24, it's actually done really well, although it's had a dip in the last few months. So we scroll down and we've had a look at month. What I want to look at is kind of one last thing to look at. And again, I don't think you need your strategies to be too in depth. It's up to you how you do it, really. I always think the simpler the better, especially when starting out. We're going to have a look at entry price and see if anything obvious hits us here. And what I like to do is look at kind of the end of the ranges. So the kind of top end seems fine actually here. there's a kind of section in the middle that doesn't perform particularly well, and then the lower prices don't do well. So we could do from 5 to how do I want to go? 5 to 25 instead. So let's go back to the betting rules, and again, so I've shown you how you can edit your strategy in the horse selection rules based on what you've seen. Okay, now when you look at price, you want to change it in the betting rules. So when you place your bet, we're going to change the entry price to 5. Okay, and save it obviously, because now we've made these tweaks, and we're going to run the strategy one last time. Okay, and then you get the final results of the strategy. Now what you could do here is you could look at refining a bit further. I'm not a massive fan of hugely back-fitting it, but here we've looked at a couple of options which I think is clever with a strategy like this. We've also seen that, hang on, we'll go back. We've also seen that we've got a couple of options for the horse selection rules, only 2 things we're looking at. And similar thing with the betting rules, we're just looking at a couple of bits, okay? But that makes sense, right? And again, if you want to, by the way, if you want to copy this strategy, I'm happy to share it with you. So just let me know. Just say back to lay, and I'll do that for you. Better export it. So I save it again. Another lovely thing you can do with the software, if you click this cloud with the downward thing that when you hover over it says export strategy settings, well, guess what it does? It exports strategy settings. So I'm going to do that because I want a copy of that strategy. Cool. But yeah, if you want to copy this strategy, just let me know in the comments. Hopefully that's kind of given you, because the ultimate goal of this video really is to look at the race results, and that's given you an idea of how you can look at it, how you can customize them, how you can look at different things, how you can use your results to tweak and improve your strategy if you so wish. Again, this is all up to you. Right? My opinion of a lot of this doesn't really matter, and again, like I say, neither does yours. Not something we want to hear really, is it? But it's the truth of Betfair trading. The truth lies in the stats and the results, and this is what the software does. So if you're not a member of LightSpeedStats.com yet, head on over to LightSpeedStats.com, go sign up to the Betfair trading software. It's revolutionary. It will change your game. It's changed the game of so many horse racing traders so far. It's so exciting to see how many people have been doing really well with it. If you're a football member, I mentioned it a few times, you get a huge discount, so let us know. Because you're a football member, we do give you a discount on the horse racing software, so let us know and we will get that to you. But otherwise, yeah, subscribe to the channel. That will help us and that will help you see the videos. Comment, like, tell me about what you think of the videos, good or bad, I don't mind. And also, I hope you make some money trading the horses on Betfair this week.